How's it going, guys? Dragon Star Production here, back with another video. And in this edition of Dragon Ball What Ifs, we will be doing another continuation. This time of What If Oob was in Dragon Ball Super Part 2. And before I jump into the video, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel. I want to reach 500 subs by Halloween for a very, very, very special video, which will be voted on by my Discord. That being said, guys, make sure you also join the Discord. This is where you can vote in polls for my next video, join in on exclusive what ifs, join in on debate nights and game nights, and a lot of more fun stuff happening in my Discord. So make sure you join it. It's a whole lot of fun. Anyway, let's jump into the video. Starting with a recap of Part 1. Tenshinhan, while running his dojo, happened to come across a similar yet different power in a nearby village. As we know, this was Oob. Oob then would defeat his rival Kinsha after being recruited by Tien, and after some twisted tactics, he would also overcome him again. Goku would then go off to recruit Master Roshi, and in this case, Tenshinhan as well, because, well, he was there. Gurren still uses her tag magic on the members of the dojo and Roshi. However, instead of Goku jumping in to aid, Oob defeated Roshi and all the members of the dojo. Then, this is when Tenshinhan would decline the tournament to clean up the damage, but offer up Oob to compete in his place. So this then means that the Universe 17 for the Tournament of Power is now Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Android 18, Android 17, Majin Buu, Master Roshi, and Oob. After Oob had been recruited, he trained alongside Goku in a sparring match. Goku, only in his base form, would be quite surprised by Oob's power. Meanwhile, Gohan and Piccolo are doing their training as well. Back to Oob though, Goku tells Oob, "Stop holding back. I can feel you have so much more in you." In this moment, Oob would then power up and rush at Goku. This would knock Goku back, forcing him to go into Super Saiyan, and then surprisingly into Super Saiyan 2. And then Oob's punches kept getting heavier. The punches were harder and harder, and then Goku had no choice but to power into Super Saiyan God. This would also give Super Saiyan God a little bit more love than it got in the actual anime. Goku in this form was getting hard punches in on Oob, but Oob was still getting hits in as well. Goku was quite surprised, however, the fight was interrupted by Piccolo and Gohan. This is when we take a sensu bean break. Then this would eventually lead to Goku and Oob versus Piccolo and Gohan, instead of Goku and Tien teaming up against the two. Gohan would mainly focus towards Goku like he did in canon, but Piccolo was already outsmarting Oob in the fight. This would then cause Goku to get jumped for a little while, forcing him to go Super Saiyan Blue. This would then intrigue Gohan a little more, but this would then create the opportunity for Oob to come in with a Dodon Ray to the back of the leg of Piccolo. Piccolo crashes down and Oob dives in with a combo of punches. This is when Oob and Piccolo stop fighting though, because they realize that they're both tired from their two previous fights. But Goku, Super Saiyan Blue, and Gohan, now in his new reached ultimate form, still have their canon fight as normal. Only a couple days before the Tournament of Power, everyone competing plus Whis, Beerus, Shin, and Old Kai at Bulma's are discussing strategies of what could work. This is when Vegeta flies off to their hyperbolic time chamber and Master Roshi goes, with help of Puar and Yamcha, he's getting over one of his biggest downfalls. Just like the canon story though, Majin Buu falls asleep. And, like normal, Goku first thinks of Frieza. 'Cause who better, right? But then Oob speaks up. Why not Master Tenshinhan? I'm sure he understand under the circumstances. I'll go ask him. But this is when Goku grabs him and uses instant transmission to find Tenshinhan. Goku and Oob both explain the reasonings, but similar to before, Tenshinhan asks about the damage. Who's gonna fix the damage? This is then when Oob gets the idea. What if I defeat you in a fight, Master Tenshinhan? Tenshinhan looks over at him and agrees. The two lock arms and a couple are pushing each other way back. Dodon raids were flying at each other, beam struggles after beam struggle. However, Tenshinhan seemed more tired. Oob though flew up in the sky and yelled, "Try, bitch!" But let go of the attack before releasing it, then flies down to help his master Tenshinhan up. Goku quickly uses the instant transmission to core and tower to grab the sensu beans to heal Tenshinhan and Oob. While Tenshinhan munches on the bean, he officially joins in with the team. Now, the entire team would be at Bulma's waiting to be transported to the tournament. Oob and Tenshinhan would also be discussing in-sync attacks based around the Dodon Ray multi-form and many more. But finally, it was time. Now at the Tournament of Power stage, everything takes place as normal here. Really, it would. Until finally we get to Roselle from Universe 9. Normally, he'd jump out because of being scared of Frieza. However, in this case, he runs into Oob. Roselle wouldn't though be scared of Oob, if at all. So, Oob actually has to fight Roselle, which for time purposes, we'll just say that Oob darts in at Roselle, knocking him way back off to the edge. Oob then charges up a key ball and throws it at Roselle, causing him to be eliminated. Sadly though, not too long after this, the first person from Universe 7 to go was Krillin, after being sneak attacked eliminated by Frost, but was seen by Oob by the corner of his eye. Merchium from Universe 10, like Roselle, Frieza eliminated, but because Vegeta had already had him on target, I believe Vegeta would still eliminate him instead, not having Oob get into that elimination that Frieza caused. However, Oob would then compete in the many small fights. He would get his hands on Frost for a little while. He would even sense a little bit of Jiren's power, along with getting in the fights with some of Universes too. However, the next big event that is really going to take place with Oob is Harmula, better known as the Sniper, and I really don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, and I don't really think it's that important. He's the Sniper guy. But Tenshinhan still plans to take out Harmula with his multi-form technique, but this time Oob tags along beside him. Oob, being stronger than Tien, has more of a chance to do more damage as well. Harmula takes out a Tenshinhan, and then a Oob, and then another Tenshinhan. However, this means that they would reach the Sniper much sooner, and would still have some bodies there. Oob would then merge back with the 3, and then Tenshinhan back with the 2. They both charge up a tri-beam together and release on sync just like they had practiced. This would then spiral until having Harmula eventually fall off of the edge. This would also mean that Tien at this moment is still in the tournament. Weakened, but still in the tournament. As well as Oob, who is a little bit weakened after losing one bit of his power, which would be 25%. So now that means that Oob would be at 75% of his power at this moment. Frost then would come back into the picture by attacking Roshi. Tenshinhan and Oob laid up back in healing and regained their stamina, but Roshi started falling to Frost. Frost was overpowering Roshi, so Tenshinhan, even though very weakened, only at 50% of his true power, rushes in. Tenshinhan, still weak though from his multi-form, gets blasted off the edge easily by Frost. Roshi then has his near-death experience because Oob isn't rushing in because he can't risk being eliminated at this moment. But eventually, Tenshinhan, Krillin, meet Master Roshi after being eliminated. Vegeta tells him he's done enough, so he jumps off like he does in canon. And then I would have Oob finally rush in, and he does. But Frost uses one of his dust tricks to escape from Oob for now. So that's twice that Oob has tried to go for Frost, but he managed to get away. In the meantime, though, Oob would actually fall into the middle of Jamis, a Yard Rat from Universe 2, fighting Gohan. Oob notices that Gohan is getting beat by Jamis because of the instant transmission. Oob then also notes that this is the move that Goku used not too long ago before on getting him and Tenshinhan for the tournament. So, Oob then would rush into the battle. Oob has been watching and actually figured out how to time the instant transmission. Jamis that didn't have much more in his arsenal besides the instant transmission, and then gets hit by a volley of ki from Gohan and Oob, eliminating him from the tournament. By this time, though, Oob had one person in mind. He was searching around the stage to try to get his revenge on the person who eliminated Master Tenshinhan, Master Roshi, and even Krillin. By this time, Oob is staring out all the competitors just looking for Frost to gain some revenge. Oob locates him and flies right in front of him. Frost throws the first punch but is blocked by Oob. Oob and Frost trade blows back and forth until Frost actually powers up into his 100% or his buff form. This leaned the fight in Frost's favor, big time. Oob was getting knocked all around from Frost, but is still never let off at the fight. Oob then finally began to get angrier and angrier as he fought. Oob then screams and out came a pink aura from his body. This caused everyone in Universe 7 to turn their heads as they felt something so similar to this before. Oob then rushed in at Frost, driving his knee into the gut and then followed it with a Dodon Ray right to the chest. Frost crashed to the ground, retreating back to his final form. Oob then wastes no time and then blast Frost straight out of the ring. Oob would then be a little bit tired and would be going back to the middle of the ring as getting caught in a little bit of the fight with Goku, Kefla. But he wouldn't stay involved very long as he would eventually run into Kaba from Universe 6. And like I said, Oob is a little worn out, but has realized how to unlock some of his hidden potential. The two lock eyes with each of them from a distance. Oob charges up a white aura though, not the pink blue aura, while Kaba uses his Super Saiyan transformation. Kaba realizes without hit in the tournament that it is up to him and Caulifla and Kale to win it for Universe 6, and he knew Oob was very strong, for that he did manage to eliminate Frost. The two would dash in at each other. Their punches were bouncing off of each other, their kicks were lining up, and neither had the advantage. It seemed like that this fight was going to last forever, but right in the middle of the fight, Oob stops. He takes two punches to the face, and then he places his hands on his head. Solar Flare! This gives Oob space. He comes in from behind Kaba and kicks him in the back of the head. Kaba goes rolling into the damaged stage pieces. Oob then comes back in for the attack, this time the final attack. But Kaba stood up angrier than ever. Kaba had achieved new heights and found the Super Saiyan 2 due to being pushed to his breaking point and about to lose in this tournament. Kaba by this time though starts beating the crap out of Oob. Oob can't catch a break from the beating, not even to use the solar flare, but out of nowhere, Oob grows two arms out of his back using the Four Witches techniques taught from him from Master Tenshinhan. He uses the extra arms to grab Kaba and throw him back. Oob then uses a small gap in time to release some of the energy from before. Oob then, once again, is surrounded by the pink aura. And once again, Universe 7 took a point that he felt like Kid Buu. Oob and Super Saiyan 2 Kaba battled it out. Oob lands an uppercut, Robert returns with the elbow to the nose. Oob then one more time goes in for the attack and grows 2 more arms while punching Oob. This time though, Kaba goes for them. This is when Oob's actual arms open. Oob retreats the arms that Kaba is going for, so he crashes behind him. Oob then turns around and he holds one hand and releases a huge Spirit Tri-Beam. Kaba was caught inside the attack. He couldn't push back. Oob's Spirit Tri-Beam was enough to knock Kaba off the stage. But Oob immediately crashes afterwards onto the stage. Oob was exhausted. His engine light was off. He had no gas, which leads to his downfall. Sadly, Oob is near the edge after this battle with Kaba. Oob is trying to do everything he can to crawl back towards the middle just to give himself a bit of an advantage. But he gets ambushed from all different angles, and he can't really see. It's hitting him from everywhere. Left, right, up, down. This is actually because it's Daemon from Universe 4. Oob can't do anything. He's helpless, and nobody can really aid Oob at the moment because Goku has his whole thing with Kale and Caulifla fusing to make Kefla. Piccolo and Gohan are busy fighting the Universe 6 Namekians, and the androids are busy fighting the Power of Love of Universe 2. So Daemon actually manages to hit Oob until he's dangling over the ledge. Daemon then gets a solid hit right into the stomach of Oob, causing him to tip over. But Oob is able to catch himself. He's hanging on by his fingers though. Oob screams, but Daemon hits his hands and Oob has no choice but to let go. Oob is now eliminated. However, just to finish up the tournament and all the changes that Oob would have caused, Piccolo would be aware of Daemon because of Oob, so wouldn't get eliminated by him. So this would mean Analyza, or however you pronounce the big fucking guy from Universe 3, is taken out by all the same people except Frieza is replaced by Piccolo. And because Frieza isn't there to help against Dispo from Universe 11, Piccolo would aid Gohan as he's down in the tournament so far. Piccolo, though, would be the one to get a hold of Dispo using his very stretched arms. Gohan would then use a Kamehameha Blast to blast off Dispo and Piccolo out of the ring. After this, though, mostly it stays the same. Vegeta goes Evolution, Goku unlocks Ultra Instinct, Mastered, or whatever you want to call it. Vegeta still gets eliminated by Jiren. The ending, though, changes from Goku and Frieza dashing at Jiren, and it would be more of a father and son as Goku and Gohan leaping over the side to have Android 17 win the entire tournament for Universe 7. He of course then wishes to restore all the universes that Zeno destroyed. Super would ultimately have the exact same ending, just with Oob being there with some very great potential. I also believe that Vegeta and Goku would still worry with Broly without Oob, so I wouldn't be covering much of that, minus Oob does some training with Goku, Vegeta, and some of the others, so he's getting stronger every day. But, you guys, I do want to point out that Part 3 will be jumping into the Muro arc because I want to continue this What If. So, if you guys like this What If, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below your favorite part, and whatever suggestions you have. And I also want to remind you guys one more time to join the Discord. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. And I know this has been a long one, so I apologize. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm out.